All right, ladies and gentlemen, seems like we have some technical difficulties. We're restringing right now. So it looked
What's
like
up?
we're gonna have to go through this a whole old fashioned way, Cole.
Oh, nice. Well, if that's the case, welcome one and all to Shooting Lights Out on the very last Monday of July 2026. I know you're probably saying, wait a minute. You're talking basketball and the NBA is over. Well, you got the WNBA still burning hot. And they will be on center stage here in this program. Now, along with that as well, we will have this wonderful discussion on an interview that took place between Caitlin Clark and Malika Andrews. And we'll also touch on pretty much what is the lead. LeBron James is now a Philadelphia 76er. All of that and more we will touch and talk on this episode. But for those who are joining with us, thank you so much for watching on Playmakerz personal LinkedIn page. Thank you for watching on the Playmakerz YouTube channel. And thank you for listening to us on many multiple platforms like iHeartRadio, Spotify, Amazon Prime, and anywhere else you can get audio-wise podcasts. And we're also live on the Real Wise Radio Network. And we thank you to the Real Wise Global CEO, Wise El Jefe. We appreciate you, brother. We love you, brother. I hope everything is well with you.
Like I said, we got to go old fashioned today, which is gonna be fun. Since we're going old fashioned, we're gonna go right to around the hardwood.
Which is all funky. All right.
Well, here's what you need to know.
Well, you see all the other stories that's right there for you. The Duke Michigan series, it got 86th. You got the NCAA. Speaking of the NCAA, they're standing firm on age-based eligibility. The Senate has delayed the vote on the college sports bill. We touched on that on another platform back in January and a little bit here in the spring. And the WNBA Replay Center. Yeah, there is going to be a replay center that is coming next year. But up first, LeBron James.
That is not up first. See, you don't
What you
listen.
got? What you got?
I told you before we hopped on the show how this was going to go, and you forgot already.
I didn't forget. I'm looking at the platform.
I told you that's a whole different segment.
That's a whole different segment. Well, you should have said that.
That's what I said. You don't listen.
You said it was going to be on this one.
I said you can mention it, but it's a whole different segment for it.
Okay, fine. LeBron
Yes, I
James.
know you didn't hear.
Be quiet, son. LeBron James, he signed with the 76ers. Now let's go to the Duke Michigan series. The highly anticipated December 21st non-conference men's basketball game between Duke and the now current national champion Michigan has been called off. Sources have told ESPN that the game originally was scheduled to be played at Madison Square Garden, but a misinterpretation of broadcast rights forced the sides to attempt to move the game to Lone Depot Park, that'd be home of the Miami Marlins. However, the broadcast rights issues remained, and all parties couldn't come to an agreement, ultimately forcing the game to be 86th. Duke will now play Texas Tech on December 21st at Madison Square Garden. This is what sources told ESPN. This is a rematch of last year's thrilling 82-81 Red Raiders victory in the Garden this past December. Now, the Duke versus Michigan game, it's a rematch of a February matchup in D.C. that was won by the Blue Devils. Well, it was announced in late April as part of Duke's first-of-its-kind enterprise partnership with Amazon. The agreement also included Duke facing UConn in Las Vegas on November 25th and Gonzaga in Detroit on February 20th, with the game streamed exclusively on Prime Video. The other two games were set to go ahead as scheduled, with Duke's newly scheduled contest with Texas Tech also airing on Prime Video. Duke is, of course, right now number 2 in ESPN's way too early top 25. Way too early, as in 6 months. Despite the departures of consistent play of the year, Cameron Boozer, and second leading scorer Isaiah Evans. Of course, John Shire has built his deepest team in Durham, welcoming the nation's number 2 ranked recruiting class and Wisconsin transfer John Blackwell, the best guard in the portal, this past spring. Now, I'm going to bite my tongue. Your thoughts, sir, on Duke and Michigan being canceled?
No. You don't say I'm gonna bite your tongue. No, go ahead, get whatever you need to get out right now, because you itching to get at something. So go ahead, go right ahead.
See, this is what you get for being greedy. Right here. This is what you get for being greedy. You want to know why it is not all that conducive to be like, oh, I'm a big boy and I can flex with these wonderful rights that I got, TV rights that I have, and exclusive deals that I have. Now you see why it's problematic. Now you see why it's problematic. Because we could get agreement upon, well, who's going to televise, how we're going to televise it, who's going to make the money off of it. Well, we got our answer. Nobody. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm doing it wrong. Nobody. That's who's getting it. Greedy motherfucker. Now, woo-sa. Your thoughts on Duke and Michigan canceling their series or canceling their game in Madison Square Garden in 5 months' time?
Thanks a lot, Fox. It's really Fox is the reason why this has happened. Because Fox has the rights to the Big Ten, and I guess they felt some type of way. It's only one game that y'all gonna miss out on. One game. One game.
They don't give a crap. That's still money. That's still money they're missing out on. Greedy motherfucker.
So I blame Fox for this. And yes, I'm blaming you, Fox. I don't give a crap. Y'all can come at me all. I don't care. It's y'all fault. Duke and Michigan was a bit of a game to watch. And it's going to be on Prime Video. It wasn't going to be on CBS, NBC, your main rivals. It's Prime Video. Prime Video just want 3 games. That's all they want. There's going to be 3 games of Duke. Pretty good. ESPN, they had no problem with it. Y'all want 3 games of Duke? We'll work something out. Y'all didn't want to work nothing out, Fox? Y'all couldn't work out with something with Amazon Prime?
No, they wanted that money.
They got money.
Son, we're talking about a multi-billion dollar company.
They got money.
They don't care. They want more money.
One of the biggest games of the season. It's not going to happen now.
Yeah, because they couldn't get the more money they wanted. Either exclusivity or more money. And since they felt as though they couldn't get neither, Fox was like, no, let me screw all of y'all.
Terrible,
and
Fox.
Duke and Michigan had to follow suit. Thank you, NCAA.
No, I ain't blaming NCAA. Fox.
I am, because they laid the groundwork for bullshit. They laid the groundwork for crap like this.
The NCAA doesn't control the broadcast stations.
They don't control it, but they, how can I put this? They basically put the seed in the ground and they watered it. So they're the gardeners.
Fox, y'all terrible. Terrible. Unfortunately, we're not dealing with college.
No, we're not. Now, the agreement between Duke and Amazon represents the company's first foray in Amazon's into the broadcasting live college sports sphere. Now, beginning next season, Prime Video will exclusively present 3 Duke neutral site games
Can we move on?
season.
Can we move on?
Duke worked with ACC and ESPN on future scheduling commitments in exchange for the ability to play these 3 neutral site games. Now, staying with the NCAA, the Division I Board of Directors doubled down Thursday on the new age-based eligibility rule that has prompted some athletes to go to court in hopes of extending their college careers. The Division I cabinet, which approved the new rule last month, issued a similar statement last month after a group of basketball players filed a lawsuit in an Ohio state court contending the age-based model unfairly shuts them out of further competition. More lawsuits have been filed across the country since then, some of them reportedly with their coaches' encouragement. The board statement indicates that it won't budge from its stance. It did when in response to former Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia, the 2024 court win, football quarterback, for those who don't know. It granted an additional year to athletes who competed at non-NCAA schools for at least one more season and were set to complete their eligibility. The board said, quote, "We are encouraged by the Division I membership's broad support of the age-based eligibility rules. The design of the new rules, including its implementation strategy, was thoughtful and well-informed and was unanimously supported by the cabinet, including its student-athlete members. The board has no plans to modify their application, notwithstanding a series of lawsuits recently filed on behalf of student-athletes with no remaining eligibility. We look forward to ensuring that the age-based eligibility rules are enforced consistently so that all institutions play by the same rules, like all participants in sports." Close quote. Your thoughts on the NCAA basically saying we're 10 toes down on this ruling?
Good. Yeah, anything else in the article you want to read?
Next.
Okay. Good. You know why? It need to be an age-based rule in this. You get 5 years starting in 2027.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just so you know, you get 5 years. That's all you need.
It should be 4, unless you get injured.
You can't be sitting here. You can't be sitting here having mid 20-year-olds or upper 20-year-olds playing with 18 and 19-year-olds.
Why not? We've had it. It's happened before, and I'm not even talking about last year.
Yeah, it happened before. It shouldn't have never happened. You can't get your skills to the way you need to be to go professional. By the what? Let me see. If you go into college around 18, 19, you should be going pro around
23.
23, 24.
Well, you should be going. Technically, you should be going pro around 22, 21 or 22. But yes, 23.
If you ain't got the skills by then, find another way. Stop staying in college and playing athletic. You can stay in college and get the education. That's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as playing sports, let's be for real. Get it together. And I'm talking to
be
the athletes.
For real, girl.
On this one, I rock with the NCAA. I don't know about my co-host though.
No, I do, considering that. But I think the problem I have with them is they need to hold. They need to do like what the NFL, like the NFL and NCAA has an agreement to. No, you can't even step into the NBA until you're at least 20. Because I think they should have you have to play at least 2 or 3 years in college before you even consider going pro. That's what I believe. But then again, I'm ancient.
He said it, not me.
And for those who want to claim that, screw y'all. And I say that with all the love in my heart.
That's one for the NCAA. Can they get 2?
Well, let's see. Oh man, hold on.
Too bad this ain't football season for you, Cole.
Yeah. An expansive federal bill aimed at reshaping how college sports are governed is not expected to be put to a full vote in the U.S. Senate before Congress takes its August recess. This is what a congressional source told ESPN this past Thursday. The Protect College Sports Act, a 100-plus page piece of legislation which would create antitrust exemption for the NCAA to enforce spending caps, transfer rules, and eligibility limits in college sports, was voted out of the Senate Commerce Committee in June, with hopes of making it through the full Senate by the end of this summer. Senator Rafael Edward Cruz, I ain't calling you, Ted. You no balls having motherfucker. Having Texans freeze, you go to Cancun with your fam. I'm sorry.
Hey, the
What?
quicker you get through this, the quicker you can get to the story that you've been wanting to get to.
No, I see Rafael Edward Cruz. I just get pissed off. One of the bill's co-authors has called it the last best hope. No, you getting out of Washington is our last best hope. I'm sorry. Oops. For a college sports related law after years of schools, conferences, and the NCAA lobbying for help. But without a Senate vote in early August, the bill faces a very small window of opportunity to get through Congress prior to November's elections. College sports leaders have been asking for help from Congress since a Supreme Court decision back in 2021 made it clear that schools cannot collude to limit the earning potential for college athletes. That decision, coupled with the state laws which force the NCAA to allow athletes to make money via name, image, and likeness, or NIL deals, sparked an onslaught of legal challenges that have made it difficult for the association to enforce many of its rules. And thank you, Nick Saban, for shining the big time light on that. And no, that's not sarcasm. Despite wanting a new law, the two most powerful conferences, which would be the Big Ten and the SEC, opposed the bill as written because they believe several provisions unfairly targeted their leagues.
No, don't worry. Nick Saban has become his favorite football personality.
Rafael Edward, get out of Washington. Unfortunately, you got until 2030. What the fuck? And Senator Maria Cantwell, a Democrat from Washington, that's state, not D.C., met with college sports officials in D.C. this week to discuss changes to the bill. Their staffs are continuing to meet so they can tweak the language according to the congressional aide. All right, your thoughts on Congress, or I should say the Senate, saying, no, our vacation this summer is more important than voting on this bill.
I mean, if that's how you interpret it, that's terrible.
No, well, that's the truth.
But
look,
I don't mind them taking their time. I don't mind them taking their time.
For those who understand, when DC goes on a recess, that means that they aren't going to be in Washington as en masse, and they get to go and do whatever the heck they want.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that, but when they get to Washington, they don't do a thing.
That's for a different show on a different network.
I'm sorry. That's right. Tuna mentality. I'm sorry. Your thoughts, sir?
I don't mind them waiting. That's 100-page bill that y'all talking about.
Harry Potter novel.
I ain't know it had to be 100 pages, but since it's 100-page, Senate wants to do their due diligence. They want to make sure everything, all the I's are dotted, the T's are crossed. I have no problem with it. Because since the four-letter institution itself can't do it,
no balls,
we had to go this route. So, Senate, it already passed in the House. Senate, y'all do what y'all got to do. Y'all not the House. It's less of y'all than the House. So, take your time. Make sure you see everything thoroughly through so we can get this bill passed and we can, in the words of Orange Head, save college sports.
He needs to save his life and his brain. Not in See, first, I got to see Raphael Edwards' name, and secondly, got to think of Donald Trump. Sleeping and crapping on himself. I'm sorry. Come for me! That's what I thought.
They ain't gonna come for you.
Damn right, they ain't gonna come for me. But that felt good to say.
And unfortunately, you do have another article. But instead of reading that article, is there any important details that need to be known about this replay center that's coming to the WNBA?
Well, I'll put it like this: the wonderful NBA mothership headquarters, which is located in Secaucus, New Jersey, they of course already have this replay center for the NBA. The WNBA actually wants to have something of their own in that regard. And so leveraging this will serve as centralizing the hub for all reviewable replay situations during games that the WNBA participates in. Now, utilizing advanced replay technology and centralized review process, the replay center will provide on-court officials with immediate access to multiple camera angles, along with support from replay officials and staff in Secaucus, helping them to make more of an accurate and efficient decisions when reviewing plays. Why don't you got it now? Oh, I'm sorry.
And it only took them 30 years to finally start going in the upper direction.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, things take time, Cole. Things take time. Baby steps. Baby steps.
Well, they ain't taking baby steps. They taking snail steps. The head of NBA League Operations, Bethany Donovan, this is what she had to say. Quote, as the NBA continues its extraordinary growth, we're committed to investing in every aspect of the game, including the technology and resources that support players, teams, and officials. Leveraging the NBA's state-of-the-art replay center is an important step in the continued evolution of our game. It allows us to enhance the consistency and efficiency of replay reviews while embracing innovations that strengthen the competition and deliver the best possible experience for our stakeholders. Close quote. In other news, that woman that don't have balls that's commissioner of your league ain't saying jack about her ability to be back until 27.
I thought about adding that into this episode, but you already did.
Oh, you all of a sudden quiet now, Engelbert. Speak, girl, speak. Oh, that's right. I forgot.
She didn't want to speak to Dan Patrick.
That's what I'm saying. I forgot. You are so busy wanting to make sure your putting game is strong that you want to avoid interviews.
Her bunker game.
I'm sorry. Her bunker game is her bunker game is on lock that you just simply bypass a national institution for an interview.
So WNBA getting a replay center in 2027. Mm-hmm. This should be fun. A whole lot of fun. Mm-hmm. More stoppages of the game now. And since we're gonna do this, I'm gonna need these refs, these officials, to learn how to speak in the microphone.
Well, you need to do that with the NBA officials too. They seem to have an issue doing that with replay.
Learn how to speak into the mic, people. You should know the rules by now. You should know the outcome of what you're gonna say. Just say it to the mic and not stumble upon your words.
That's right. Act like it's a No, I shouldn't say that.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that.
I did I say it? No, I didn't say it.
Before we move on to the story that Coach Jones has been waiting on for so freaking long,
Like never.
let's go to the chat.
Dustin Henry. Oh, good. Somebody that I really do like. One half of no credentials required. He says it's time for shooting lights out. Hope all is well with you both. All is well with me. I think all is well, Playmaker. We hope all is well with you, sir. And we hope all is well with your co-host as well.
And nice job Saturday, Dustin. Dustin took what he learned from us last week and applied it to the Saturday show.
He goes on to say, Cole is just excited to talk about LeBron.
Oh, very excited. Did you hear him, Dustin? He's so excited. He can't deny it.
Snowman, we talked earlier today. It was good to talk to you, my brother, and catch up with you. Snowman on Snowman Multimedia, you can catch his program. I'm sorry, you can catch no credentials required. Normally, every
Tuesday, 6:30.
No,
it was 8:30. No, I think it's 6:30.
8. Oh, well, it was 8 last I know. But definitely Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can catch Snowman Multimedia. Catch the Snowman from there. You can catch Snowman in the morning every day, every morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. He says, in other words, we don't throw shoes. Laughing out loud.
You know there's a receipt coming for you, Snowman.
Dustin says, talk about Kathy Engelbert. She is not a commissioner. She's a paperweight. Oh, I like that. Oh, Dustin, I like that. Kathy Engelbert, a.k.a. paperweight. I like that. Yes. Yes, Dustin. Chef's kiss with that one.
Jeez, that's harsh.
Paperweight.
That's harsh.
Ain't lying. He ain't lying. She has the worth of a paperweight. That man is not lying.
Paper.
That man has. I mean, that woman has the worth of a paperweight. Dustin is not lying. Dustin is not lying.
Boy, if you blow on her, she gonna fly away. Jeez. I ain't know Dustin could be so harsh.
Oh, Dustin can be, but he's correct in that assessment.
Ouch. Now to the number one news.
Retire.
Apparently he didn't do that, sir.
Screw LeBron. He signed a 2-year, $8 million contract with the Philadelphia 76ers. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this crap.
You knew he wasn't retiring. So why is you acting like this?
Because he should.
You knew for a whole month he was not retiring.
No, but he was because I can't stand the fact that he enjoys being the prima donna that he is. He enjoys having the spotlight on him.
I'm gonna say this: I don't think he was being a prima donna. To be honest with you, it's just freaking Adam Silver. Had to open his freaking mouth. Talking about I'm gonna take my time.
I'm gonna take my time with the decision. That's prima donna material.
He could take his time. He wasn't going around posting stuff and doing all type of stuff. He said, I'm gonna pick between these. My agent's gonna listen to us. You haven't really heard LeBron say much he did for Fanatics. He was like, hey, this is what I'm doing, trusting the process and all that stuff. People ran with it, which obviously he didn't do anything spectacular. He said he went to do some shows. That's it. It was out in simple the reason why. Because he's talking about some. We waiting to make the schedule because LeBron hasn't made a decision. What? LeBron probably looking at some like, you don't need me to make the freaking schedule.
I'm 41 years old. I need to retire. Why are you delaying?
Like I said, that man was taking his time making a decision. For some people, should have took this long? Probably not. For others, who cares? Just make a decision.
And for those who,
But the way where my co-host sound, he sounded like LeBron was out here that's doing all types of stuff and not making decisions.
Bush.
Doing.
Yeah, he was Bush. He was Bush.
Dude,
try not to go.
Dude, when you make a decision, it takes time. You're not gonna make a decision right then and there.
I don't give a crap about the decision.
He was not holding up the lead. The lead decided to hold itself up. It's not LeBron's fault.
No. I fault Adam Silver 100% with that. I ain't talking about that.
That's the one thing you can complain about. He was
there's another one. I'm 41 years old. The game's passed me by, and I'm holding the whole free agency hostage. Forget the NBA. I'm holding free agency hostage.
Who gives a crap
about a 41-year-old playing? Who cares?
How is he holding?
He's a senior citizen.
He gave you a list of teams. Those other teams, they was just being stupid. Wasn't holding free agency up. Could have did whatever.
Unfortunately, there was one other team he should have volunteered for and done. Retirement. Anyway.
You knew he wasn't retiring, so stop saying it.
I know. That's why I call him a prima donna.
The man can still give you a damn near triple double. And he was the third option on the Lakers, and he was still almost averaging a triple double. That man can still play.
You're making bronsexuals' penises hard.
Oh well, it's the truth. Did I say anything that's a lie?
Was that last statement I said a lie?
You said it passed him by. Apparently it didn't, because he still can give you what he's been giving you.
As I said,
20 plus years.
As I said, that statement, you just made a whole bunch of bronsexuals' penises hard.
I'm speaking facts. I'm speaking
facts too. No. I'm speaking truth.
I'm speaking facts.
The 76ers already made one surprise star addition this summer, of course, with Jaylen Brown. Why not a second? Because you're stupid. On Friday, LeBron James announced his intention to not return to Cleveland or Miami, but instead to, quote, energize a new fan base and start this incredible journey one last time. Close quote.
Is that what he
Would you like to retract saying, well, he still can give you dang near a triple-double? He's holding crap up. He's acting like he's still 30 years old and can play like he is 30. No, sir.
How many points he averaged last year?
20. But exactly. Do I give a crap? Oh,
but
20.
You said that he can't. You literally said the game passed him by. How does the game pass somebody by that can still average 20?
20 points in 45 games. You're just this much more than your teammate Joel Embiid. Now you can go to the same. Now you can go to the same clothier in Philadelphia and find a great suit that you can be tailored so you can look good on the bench, like that big mother.
That's because Joel Embiid can't stay healthy. LeBron used to be healthy, so when you know this, when you get up in age, what the same.
Look, LeBron is not health. LeBron, it's load management. So we know what Joel Embiid, he's going to probably give you 42 to 45 games. LeBron's going to probably give you 50.
Knowing that LeBron's with Philly, now majority of might give you 60 this season.
He better.
Because he's going to look at LeBron and Jaylen Brown and he's like, no, you better get your behind on this damn court. But yeah,
all of a sudden be like, oh my God, I'm sick. I gotta sit on the sideline. Well, LeBron will be doing this, energizing a new fan base and starting an incredible journey one last time. What a crock of crap.
You know, the funny thing is, I thought you had a quote for him, but I was like, I already got the quote. I got the whole thing.
In Philadelphia, where he'll reportedly sign a 2-year, $8 million veterans minimum with a second-year player option, where the 76ers have rocketed from play-in to championship contender in the span of a single month.
Second
Snowman, get ready, because hit the record button. That's a lie. Now go ahead, sir.
They second in the East, according to DraftKings, right behind the New York Knicks.
Now that's a bold-faced lie.
They before they got LeBron James, they were 1,800. They was at plus 1,800, and when they got LeBron, they are now plus 900 to win the championship.
The
I mean,
only thing they got that's good on the team besides VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey is Kiwi Head.
I mean,
I'm
you
sorry,
like reading quotes, right? You want to read this quote right here on why he chose Philly.
Okay, so LeBron James, his feeling on choosing Philadelphia is as follows. Quote, I thought I was done when the season ended. Pause quote. You are done.
Apparently not.
That's a lie.
He's still giving you 20, so.
Back on quote. I wasn't ready to announce it, and I knew I needed some time to really decide, but I was pretty sure I played my last game. This is my last decision. That's another lie. I'm not going for money. I'm not going for family. What I'm really playing for at this point, I still want to sacrifice. I still want to work. I still want to grind. I still want to compete, to win, and to have a chance at the feeling of winning another championship. I believe I can help make the Philadelphia 76ers a championship team, and I am so excited to energize a new fan base and start this incredible journey one last time. Thank you, LA, Miami. I'll forever love the Northeast. I'll ever love, and Northeast Ohio will always be home. I'm sorry. Northeast Ohio will always home. Close quote. You forgot a word, son. Always be home. That's where you should have gone after May. Home.
As I recall, didn't you pick Philly to begin with?
That where he would go?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
All right then. He did exactly what you said.
No, from the standpoint of if you wanted to go on a team that pretty much would be conducive to him winning a chip, yeah. And he would be okay with not being the first or the second. And I should dare say with VJ Edgecombe, third. No. Well, Tyrese Maxey now is the third. VJ Edgecombe's the fourth. Or the fourth option? Yeah. But you just said this dude gives you 20 and 6-6 still. That don't sound like he wants to be the fourth option.
That is what he did with the Lakers, and he was the third option.
I say it to game. It sounds like to me you don't want to be the fourth option.
Hold on. What did he say again?
Thank you, LA, Miami. I'll forever love.
No.
And Northeast Ohio will always home.
The second paragraph. What did he say in there?
This is my last. He started with a bold-faced lie on it. This is my last decision. That's a lie, son.
That's an opinion.
I'm not going for money. I'm not going for family. What am I really playing for at this point? I still want to sacrifice. I still want to work. I still want to grind. I still want to compete and win and have a chance at the feeling of winning another championship.
Sacrifice, work, grind, championship.
Bush. You see, the senior citizens testing my patience.
Sacrifice. What does that entail?
It tells him retiring.
Would you stop? He's not retiring. Sacrifice.
No, I ain't stopping because he should sacrifice the fact that he is not 30 years old anymore, and I think he still fancies himself as that.
If he plays like it, how you gonna deny it?
He don't play like he's 30 no more.
You said 26-6. Not even 20-year-olds. Not even 20-year-olds can get that.
26-6. Did he pull 26 to 6 to 30? No, he pulled a whole lot more than that.
Hey, he can still do more than half the goddamn league. What does that tell you?
It tells me he needs to retire. Stop wasting a seat for someone. Stop wasting a seat for someone who actually needs to be on the NBA team, because he doesn't need it. He don't need it for the money. He doesn't need it for the fame. He doesn't even need it for the rings. He's got more than most people anyway.
He still wants the ring.
And he had, and then again, and he has, and he has the most points that any NBA player has ever scored in the history of the game. And he's top 5 in assists.
That man said sacrifice, work,
and he
grind.
pulled down, and he also pulled down 10,000 rebounds in the career too. What else did he need? He doesn't need another championship.
He wants a 5th championship.
Because 4 or 5, you still ain't the GOAT.
And why you had to bring the GOAT conversation to this? That's because this is not what it was going to talk about. I can care less about the GOAT conversation.
Because this nutty nigger still thinks he can be that.
He can think and do whatever he wants. What's going to stop him?
Meanwhile, you hard bronzexuals, shut up. Don't you dare compare him to Jordan. Don't you dare compare him to Barkley, saying, well, Barkley decided to make his presence known to go to a different team. That was a trade.
I don't even know why you brought up Charles Barkley, because Charles Barkley put him Charles Barkley name already out for what he said on Stephen A. Smith show.
Let me tell you who the phonics mother lovers. This is what happened with Barkley. He went from Philly to Phoenix, and went from Phoenix to Houston. There's this word that for some reason you still have a first grade education on. It is TRADE, trade.
Dustin,
both were done by trades.
Dustin, I get it now. It wasn't like he was ready to talk about LeBron James. He was ready to just go at Bron Sexual, who does not infiltrate this show whatsoever.
Oh, but they've infiltrated the comments, because when I talked about him being a senior citizen, you all was like, oh, that's a whack take. No, it ain't.
I missed that. I must have missed that.
You full of crap. Not you, Playmaker. Them brown sections full of crap.
How did I miss that? What did that happen?
So you brown section, put down the Viagra, put down the joystick, put down the Vaseline, and step away from the TV set, the computer monitor, or anything else, and live a life. Now, as for you, LeBron, I'm glad that you now are going to, how can I put this, steal the glory from a team that without you was actually a pretty good contender.
Until they got their ass whipped by the New York Knicks.
They didn't have Jaylen Brown either. So the team before you came aboard was good because their number one option was, and with you still is, Kiwi Head. The number 2 option would be Tyrese Maxey. I would say it would be Joel Embiid, but the dude wants to be a walking cast half the year. And you got an up-and-coming VJ Edgecombe. The future looks pretty doggone bright for the 76ers. Now it looks a little glum with a senior citizen on the team.
Senior citizen, they can still give you 26 and 6, by the way.
Would he give you 70 games? No.
I don't think he need to get them 70 games, to be honest with you. I think all they got to do is make the playoffs, and they go from there.
And let me put you on some game. Houston thought this would be Houston thought the same thing with Kevin Durant. Like, okay, we got a wonderful veteran. He's going to teach the youngsters how to win. Then he gets to the playoffs, and he only plays one game. He's old.
And by the way, who did they lose to in that series?
They lost to the Luke Kennard-led Lakers. I know LeBron was on the team, but Luke Kennard basically was the one that messed them up in that series. You think I'm playing, and you know Playmaker knows I'm not playing. Go look at the stats.
He rather been LeBron James being the leader, but the fact that it was Luke Kennard, that made it worse.
How you let Luke Kennard just boogie on you all? Luke Kennard? I would get if it was Luka Doncic, but of course he was injured. I would almost halfway get if it was Austin Reeves. Luke Kennard?
He would have hated it, but he would have understood if it was LeBron James, but it wasn't.
Right. I'm like, Luke, you couldn't get past this team, and you barely could get 2 wins off this squad because of Luke Kennard. Never mind. I'm getting off subject.
No, you stand on something because that was the team. That's the last time that.
But my point was, the Rockets thought the same thing last year as the 76ers did this year. They're thinking, okay, we're one veteran player away from being a championship contender. And so they grabbed Kevin Durant, and he did his thing in the regular season. But when it came time for the playoffs, all of a sudden, he just wasn't healthy enough and only could give you one game in that 6-game series. Only one game. So you could say, well, you can all say, oh my God, LeBron, he turns back the clock. All you want. There's going to come a time when he's 42 and we turn the calendar from April to May, he can't go. That time's coming.
That's why it's a 2-year deal.
That time is coming.
But this is your lineup for the Philadelphia 76ers. And they added Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to the team too.
That was a good pickup. That all BS aside. Well, I ain't BSing, but all theatrics aside, that is a good pickup. I think that's going to help Maxey big time because he doesn't have to have such a defensive presence in the backcourt now. He has that help, and if KCP gets hot, that's cool too. Now the most the people with the most pressure would be who's going to be the power forward that's going to play a lot of minutes and a lot of games in LeBron James' stead, and who's going to be the center who's going to play a lot of time in Joel Embiid's stead. Because you got one who you got one.
You have no more excuses.
Oh, he has one excuse. I'm fragile and frail.
That excuse is not going to work.
No, it's going to have to work because the dude.
It's not going to work. You know why? Because like
he only played how he only played Brown. 60 games one time in his career.
Yes, and LeBron James on your team.
And he still probably won't play that many games. So the two most important people on the team, it's not Jaylen Brown, it's not LeBron James, not Joel Embiid, not VJ Edgecombe, not Tyrese Maxey. It's whoever backs LeBron James at power forward and who backs Joel Embiid at center. Because you all gonna get a lot of minutes and a lot of games. Because one is a walking cast and the other load manages at least 15 to 20 games a year. Well, I'm sorry. Now that was when he was 38. Now he's 41 and 42. He load manages about 30 to 35.
Yeah, Joel Embiid, you can't get it done on this one. You ain't never gonna get it done.
And speaking of get it done, you bronsexuals, stroke mightily because when he's gone, you won't have any excuses, and you gotta get a life.
Like
Clarence Carter, motherfucker.
I'm gonna need you and the bronsexuals to get a room away from shooting lights out.
I don't stroke with this fool.
But you keep bringing them up.
I keep bringing them up because you got these bronsexuals. It's like all over the place with this dude.
Have you seen one bronsexual in the chat?
I don't give a crap. There's people who watch this show.
They might watch it, but they ain't commenting. So if they not gonna comment, I can care less.
No, I do care because I want them to. I want them to be like, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? No, you shouldn't. But if you do, I'ma roast your behind.
And guess what? You haven't had a roast in that one Braun special since you being a part of this show.
Yet, but I know that day's coming, so I'm sharpening my tools to stab them.
Hey Dustin, I got a question for you. What's one would happen first? Cole Johnson roasting a Braun special in the chat on Shooting Lights Out, or LeBron James retiring? That's my question of the day right there. Which will happen first? Cole Johnson getting into it with a Braun special live on the show, or LeBron James retiring? How do you like to say it, Cole? It's a race against time.
It may be racing against time, but I'll be a happy man when I hear. I played all these times. I've logged a lot of miles. I played many teams, and now it's time for me to call a career. I'll be happy to see that. We need to see it.
Oh man, before we take a break.
Dustin says, I guess I won't be getting a birthday card from Kathy. No, you won't. And I won't either. Dustin also says, thank you both for the kind words. The show is Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Thank you. That's daylight time for now. We don't go back to standard until November, but it's not your fault. We had to change times a bunch in the beginning. But this show has been on for so many years now, and they're getting their footing, and they're still getting better. Wonderful show.
See, told you, sister. You need to listen more.
Shut your mouth. Dustin's like, the Braun sexuals are excited, but Playmakerz not wrong. Exactly. I didn't say he was wrong. I didn't say you were wrong. I'm just saying that Braun sexuals are absolutely unbearable. Dustin also says we have to throw a party when LeBron becomes eligible for his AARP card. Well, I mean, that's in about 14 years, but 13 years. But he still may be on the court. Yeah, he still might be on the court when he gets his AARP card.
Success starts with the right setup. Whether you're working, creating, gaming, or building your next big idea, Odin Lakes helps you create a workspace designed for comfort and productivity. From ergonomic chairs to modern office solutions, Odin Lake is built for the grind. Work smarter, create better. Discover Odin Lake today through the Playmakerz Network.
Poppy J.
You got the option to cry for the government. You got the option to protest. You got the option to keep buying, but this is also an option.
Wise El Jefe.
We're the first tech geeks. We're the first gamers. We're the first everything. Everything. Like Gen X's, we are the ones.
BS3 Network proudly presents the crew from the New York boroughs who never wants that smoke. Nah, they want that fire. Poppy J and Wise El Jefe. Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
Big game today? Don't spend it in the kitchen. CookUnity delivers fresh, chef-crafted meals straight to your door so you can spend less time cooking and more time enjoying the action. Whether it's football season, basketball season, or fight night, CookUnity has you covered. Fill your day with CookUnity. Get started today through the Playmakerz Network. That's right. CookUnity. Freshly crafted meals from world-renowned chefs. 50% off the first week. So hit the link in the chat or in the show notes and get you 50% off the first week on some freshly crafted meals.
Welcome back to Shooting Lights Out, where this is at Bronze Sexual Free Zone with the Playmaker. I am Esco Johnson. It is wonderful to talk basketball with you once again.
I'm happy you got. I'm happy you full of energy and fire right now, because running a fast break. All-Star the weekend in the WNBA, and shout out to AZ Fudd, the first rookie to win the 3-point challenge. How y'all let a rookie beat y'all?
Bronze Sexuals pissed me off.
How you let a rookie beat y'all, ladies? Well, we didn't have Caitlin Clark in there. Well, Sabrina Nesco wasn't in there, and Kevin Wright wasn't in there. Yeah, I know.
Well, I'm so sorry the Golden Goose couldn't do anything.
And shout out to Team Washington for winning the shooting challenge. They tried to call it the skills challenge, the shooting challenge is what that was. You know why they won? Because guess who was part of Team Washington? Coach, I think you know this person very well. She's about to go in the Hall of Fame very soon. Like really, really soon.
What? Talking about Elena Delle Donne?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Women show she still got it. Too bad she don't want to play no more. Which brings us to one thing left, Coach Johnson. What I'm missing?
The WNBA All-Star game?
Oh, yeah. Have at it.
So, we had Team Spoon, or Teresa Weatherspoon, going up against Team Coop, or Cynthia Cooper. And it was a spirited competition. And as you can see, the final score, Team Spoon won it 129-122. Jonquel Jones, she gave you 22 points, 13 boards, and 8 assists, and was the one who claimed the MVP trophy, leading Team Spoon to victory. Cassie Mitchell on the other end, 28 points on 11 of 19 shooting and 4 boards. This game was not sponsored by the Golden State Valkyries because there was no defense in it. You got 10 minutes in a quarter. How you let a team score 46 points in a quarter? How?
I know this hurt you, Coach Johnson, but I tried to warn you. What was coming.
I'm sorry. Jonquel Jones earned All-Star MVP in having 8 players score in double figures for Team Witherspoon. You all can give me this bullshit excuse that we want to see points. No, we don't. We want to see effort. Effort. And there's a lack of it in this one. A combined 247 points being scored. I'm sorry, 257 points being scored. Effort. I'm sorry, 251 points. Effort. How can you claim that you're the best of the best and you don't show effort on the other end of the floor? Defense optional is a whack play to play. Black way to play. Now, what all of you ladies should do is all of you, all at once, get in front of a camera, have the WNBA as a backdrop, and apologize to us as basketball fans for basically mailing it in on one side of the floor. Lord have mercy. And Playmaker, this game was played last Saturday.
This past Saturday? No. Yeah, this past Saturday.
The reason why I say that is you
I
have the
changed
18th. It's the 25th. We were embarrassed in seeing this monstrosity this past Saturday. A combined 251 points. Why?
Oh, don't worry. He's hurt by this.
We don't have teams that combine for 122 points in games. Sometimes. Oh my God. See, this is why I don't like watching All-Star games. I don't care if it's the NBA, WNBA, NFL, NHL or Major Baseball. It's like for some reason defense takes a vacation. Defense is a part of all these games, and you have these best of the best, and the defense just goes on vacation like the Senate does in doing recesses in August. Crime. It's an absolute crime.
I warned you, okay? I warned you when you saw the graphic, you was not going to be happy with it.
The worst quarter. The worst quarter was the third and fourth quarters by Team Witherspoon, and they put a 24 in each quarter. You all play 10-minute quarters. How in 10-minute quarters you allow these many buckets? Wow.
Team Coop put a 29 in both quarters.
Okay. I'm so sorry. The first half, you're like, well, we're going to have a lot of fun. The second half, you said, oh, we'll buckle down. And you still were matadors on the defense. I have never seen a woman matador, but we saw 10 of them in this game.
More than that, a lot of players played.
Well, I'm sorry. We saw 10 matadors on the court at the same time.
Angel Reese only played 9 minutes. Aaliyah Boss only played 5 minutes. We did have somebody dunk in the game, though. But, yeah. That's your All-Star weekend. And that's running the fast break.
251 combined points.
I warned you, okay? I gave you fair warning.
You know how much I hate when defense just goes for a flying leap.
Did I not give you fair warning?
See, and this is why I don't like watching. This is why I don't like watching college games. I mean, I don't like watching All-Star games. Dustin says, cold roasting easy.
I warned you, man. I gave you fair warning.
That is how much, but yes, Dustin, that is how much I hate when I don't see defense be played. Now,
he had it worse that it's the ladies that did it this time.
Yeah, because they're more fundamentally sound than men are. I mean, it's just...
So in 2028, next year, you're going to be the same thing, but you have to wait to 2028 before you actually see some competition because it's going to be, that's Olympic year. So, you know, Team WNBA going to feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And Team USA is their first time actually getting together, and they know they have to hurry up and get it together.
Mm-hmm. And they will.
Oh, there you go, Cole. You can be happy now.
Sports Way with Dre Day podcast. Our brother Dre, who he's forgotten more about the WNBA than most people know. He says, "Look, we need one more year from EDD. She got unfinished business." Yeah.
Those of you who don't know, Coach Johnson, you want to fill them in on who that is?
Elena Della Don is what EDD means. But since she, and you know this well, Dre, since she is not the biggest fan of Kathy Engelbert, I don't fault her for not wanting to play. I don't.
I don't think she's coming back. She's been gone for too long.
Well, she's not coming back at all now. But I don't fault her for being like, okay, you as a commission, you suck. Middle finger, I'm gone. I don't blame her. I don't. I don't blame Elena.
But she still got it.
I mean, she's one of the best players of all time. I mean, she should still have it.
Oh, that was great. I knew Kobe was going to go. That's why I need to say that about it. Like I normally do. Because I knew he was going to go. I was like, yeah, this is going to be one. And he hates it so much because it's the ladies. He hates it so much.
Yeah, that's what really pisses me off. Because I mean, if it was like 100, 101, 99, 102, 100, I'll be okay, cool, I get it. All-Star game, you relax in the first half, and all of a sudden you all buckle down and play defense the second half. Okay, cool, I can handle that. A 46-point quarter. No.
And the pettiness on top of the cake. Teaspoon one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Congratulations, Teresa. You finally got the victory over Coop that you've so long to have, that you couldn't get back in 1997, 1998, and 2000. You now have it in 2026. Congratulations, Miss Spoon.
And what that means is with Team Spoon, that means I beat Cole. I win.
Well, congratulations to Team Spoon. But you all had to play no defense in that game. Jeez.
And those of you who are running, I'm joking. Me and Cole didn't really care about All-Star. It's just the simple fact that Teresa Witherspoon is known for the New York NBA and Cynthia Cooper is known for the Houston Comets, as well as me versus Cole.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I won't be doing this petty stuff. I just want to be petty right now.
I don't give a crap you being petty in this case. I saw the ladies give up a combined 251 points in a game.
Yep, 251 points. Woo! All right. We're going to take out another break here, and then when we come back,
129, 120.
We're gonna get into another superstar. This one's from the WNBA in a more serious discussion.
No matter what you are watching, one thing stays the same. You gotta represent your team the right way. Whether it's jerseys, hats, or hoodies, what you wear is part of the experience. If you're looking to upgrade your gear or getting ready for the next game, we got you covered. Hit the link in the description and shop officials licensed gear through Fanatics. Every team, every league, every fan. Don't just watch the game, represent it.
The Big Ten.
You can say you're not impressed. You can say you're not happy. You can say all these things, but no, whatever the case may be, the Buckeyes are on top of the football world. And it's just where it is.
The SEC.
But I blame one person for this.
One person. What one person are you going to be blaming? Good. I don't give a crap.
Big 12.
That team right there that is ranked 15 that put up 45 points.
Yes, sir.
They were picked dead last at the beginning of the season.
The ACC.
Quote, feeling the blues in Death Valley, close quote. Duke ends a 45-year drought in Clemson. You are coaching a team, son. Get with the program and worry about your program.
The CLP rankings, do away with that.
Right.
Do away with it.
Bring down the gridiron on the Playmakerz Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
Football season is almost here. Whether you're heading to the stadium or watching from home or representing your team every day, NFL Shop has the gear fans need. Shop official jerseys, sideline apparel, hats, collectibles, and the latest merchandise from across the NFL. Get game day ready and support Ramley Talk when you shop through our NFL Shop affiliate link. NFL Shop, official merchandise, official fan gear. Horns up.
Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now.
Stafford's back.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
NFL Underground, if number 99 says I'm coming back for one more year.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk on the Playmakers Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Welcome back to Shooting Lights Out. That Ramily Talk jingle's a jam.
A week from Wednesday. I will let Cole take it from there.
Well, in 9 days' time, we will be returning, the two of us, not in Shooting Lights Out. No. That's on every Monday. Starting next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, next Wednesday, the premiere of the 5th season of Bearing Down the Gridiron returns. Yes, we're going to break down everything college football and have a lot of fun doing so. Because from what I can tell, looks like the NCAA football is wide open.
We'll begin with our conference previews: ACC, Big 12, Big 10, SEC. You do not want to miss those. You also would get a segment called what's the segment I'm thinking of? It involves a bell, and it has this nice, fight music behind it. Can't think of that segment name.
Cole Johnson versus the NCAA.
Fight night when Cole Johnson takes on the NCAA. If you thought him taking on the NCAA on this show was something, wait till Bear Down the Gridiron happens. He really lets loose there.
They do some whack stuff in football. They do some whack stuff in basketball too, but they do some whack stuff in football.
But
real whack stuff in football.
But the graphics for season 5, you can ask Cole Johnson about them.
Yeah, they're rather tight.
Oh, don't worry. Season 5, Bear Down the Gridiron got an upgrade.
And I only saw the beginnings of all the graphics.
And August 13th. And when I say this, I know Cole Johnson he's gonna say something gratifying towards me because that's what he always do. It'll be the 7th season of Ramily Talk, August 13th.
In fact, you've done an NFL show for 6 years. That says something. That says something. And if I were you, I would be happy, considering that your Rams, and it wasn't really prognosticated last year from too many circles. They got all the way to the NFC Championship game, and they were just one play away from being back in the Super Bowl. So you have the team is presently constituted, and by the way, you may not have Jared Verse, but you have Myles Garrett. Wow.
So 7th season of Ramily Talk, August 13th. The 5th season of Bearing Down the Gridiron, August 5th. And one more thing, Mr. Cole Johnson. I think you can take this.
Yes. As Fanatics, you can own a piece of the past. You can save up to 70% off of any product when you can get it, and you watch it here. Fanatics, where fans can fan. It's official licensed product of Shooting Lights Out and the Playmakerz Network.
70% off on clearance out. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Dre, he says, look, Kathy out of there soon, so we have hope. Bro, some reason they'll find a way to keep her for next year. I want to believe that she's gonna be going after this year, but I just get the feeling she's gonna be the commish even after this year. He says, take a much-deserved vacation and then get ready for next season.
We kind of don't take vacations, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was about to say, as soon as the WNBA season wraps, the NBA season, regular season begins.
But then I might find a way. I might do what we did this year, wrap up the WNBA season. Depending on when opening night is, we might cover that and then take some time off until November when college basketball. So you have the full slate of NBA and college basketball all together in one. So
that's probably going to be mid-October. That's normally now when the NBA season begins. Like around 2 weeks before, 2 to 3 weeks before Halloween.
Yeah, because we had to wait because I was just wanting to wait for LeBron James to make a decision. And LeBron, I'm not blaming you for that.
I don't blame LeBron for it either. That's all Adam Silver.
Why would you?
But you stiff penises, bronzesexuals.
Hey, if they want to get their stroke on, let them get their stroke on.
That's right.
I have to speak factual, regardless of who it is.
Oh, I speak factual too, because them fools just grab joystick, grab lubricant, and just start the stroking.
You focus on bronzesexual. I focus on the players and the teams. I don't focus on like that.
Oh, I focus on the players and teams too. LeBron, you still need to retire now.
What I mean is you focus more on the fans more than me. That's my point.
And my point still is LeBron, you need to retire now.
He's going to retire after
dragging the sport down.
Speaking of which, let's shift to the WNBA because
the Golden Goose.
Caitlin Clark during the All-Star break, she did a sit-down interview with ESPN's Malika Andrews. Shout out to Malika Andrews. Great interview. Great job. Some of y'all need to put some respect on her name, okay? Because I know y'all go after her for all types of reasons and stuff. And
Malika put some respect on black men's names now. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
I mean, she hasn't been in any controversies lately. So she probably is putting respect on black men's name.
Mm-hmm. Every white player she talks about, it's cool, but every black person, dude had to be a thug or a criminal. Put some respect on black men's names, Malika. But you did good with the WNBA's Golden Goose.
Yep. And here's the thing. Since the video that I posted is not going to play, I'm going to have to play it another way.
Dang it.
So I'm going to let y'all hear the audio.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a lot of it is it's not always based in reality. I feel like media and journalism have a responsibility to tell the stories, and a lot of times, you guys are the ones controlling the narratives about what people read and what people talk about, and a lot of that is sometimes so far out of touch with what is reality. Feel that?
Coach Johnson, this is the quote I took from that clip.
Quote. You guys control the narrative about what people talk about.
Read and talk about.
I'm just reading what the quote says.
I know.
What people talk about, and a lot of it is sometimes so far not of touch with what is reality. Close quote.
Does the media play? How big does the media play a role in what centers around Caitlin Clark?
Some they play some role. Uh, the media can prop up, crap on, and smush, or just simply ignore certain players. Some do have agendas. I know this because I have been in newsrooms, both on newspaper end and on the television end, where you have heard news editors say, "I want you to interview this person. I want you to ask these types of questions because I want to pull this nugget out of that person." And not just in sports, in entertainment, in politics, and in community. I have heard it. So the media plays some role. But the problem is people think the media plays a huge role. And the problem comes from the fact that we have an 80-year-old who craps in his pants, has to wear adult diapers, and goes to sleep anywhere he sits down. Because he popularized media having agenda that goes all for themselves and were fake news. And then he had a chief of staff, not the current one, but the previous one, who termed the term alternative facts. And so in the last 10 years, it's been vogue, and I do mean vogue, to attack the media. So, oh, you got an agenda. You in the back pocket of da 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 da. With some it's true, with some it's not. But you have to understand that with media, you have to comb all aspects. You just can't comb the conservative side. You just can't comb the liberal side. You have to find a conservative, you have to find a liberal, you have to find the moderate, combine all three together, and you get the comprehensive information that you all should seek. But since we want to have pom-poms, and even sports fans, they want to have pom-poms for the elephant and the jackass, you all were like, okay, whatever this person says, or whatever this media network says, we'll rock it and we'll roll with it. People think that there's a bigger role that media plays than they do. And unfortunately, Ms. Clark is one of those people.
I mean, does he make a valid point? Because media does these headlines. Not just ESPN, we also Fox News and Outkick and other platforms.
Fearless, Blaze, Al Jazeera, Newsmax, MS Now. Just go down the list. That's how they roll. Yeah.
That's why I was like, how much role do they actually play when it's circling around Caitlin Clark? Because basically what she's saying is the narrative that's been pushed out in the news media, journalism, kind of not what's going on in reality.
Now, here's what she has to understand. You have people who don't follow the sport label you as basically someone who, whenever wind gets blown on you, you fall down as if you just got shot. That's not the media. That's you. That's all you. ALL space YOU. That's all you, Caitlin. So what are you going to blame the media for? They had a camera watching you act on the court? So they're at fault for filming you dressing down a referee in the middle of the court? That's the media's fault because they have a camera focused on you, trained on you? No. That's your fault for not having composure. Your fault. But it's very convenient and easy to blame the media. Well, there's this narrative they want to push and run with. No, they ain't running with that. They run with the fact that they're seeing with their own eyes and my own eyes that you, how can I put this? And you said this wonderfully last week, Playmaker. You have an aversion to contact. And you also have an aversion to being told how to be coached. And you have an aversion toward how referees call fouls or don't call fouls on you. Now, that wasn't what I read. That all is what I have seen. Correct me if I'm wrong, Playmaker. We saw her try to dress down her coach to the point where the coach was like, you're sitting for the rest of the night. We saw her chew down referee after referee after referee. And we've seen her act as though she's been shot if someone just literally lay a finger on her. That isn't coming from the pen of somebody who's watching you. That isn't coming from a talking head that is saying, well, this is what I think. No, this is what you have put forth as evidence of, yeah, she has game, but good Lord, she is her own worst enemy.
Now, I got the second clip.
It was then and reviewed it. Great. We move on. You see it happen in the NBA all the time. It's not anything more than that. It's basketball. When I walk out of the locker room, I shouldn't be not fearful of what the conversation is going to be, but, you know, you just like, it's emotionally exhausting. It's draining. It makes your shoulders tense because, you know, people don't want to talk about the basketball. They just want to stir it up and make it something else. How do you?
That's the second clip.
Quote, I should not be fearful of what the conversation is going to be. It's emotional, exhausting. Close quote. No, what you should be emotionally exhausting about and fearful of is you falling on the deck after someone just grazes you.
See, I knew you was going to go there without even knowing where this came from.
Am I lying?
This goes back to the whole Alyssa Thomas incident.
That's what I'm saying. Am I lying?
And she basically said it wasn't handled in proper time. I moved on. Alyssa Thomas moved on. But everybody else kept it going.
So she didn't move on because she's still talking about it.
No, Malika asked her the question about the Alyssa Thomas situation.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, exactly. The reason why I like this quote, because guess what this quote is towards? It's towards the haters of Caitlin Clark, and it's towards the lovers of Caitlin Clark. Now, Playmaker, how is it towards both sides? During that whole Alyssa Thomas situation, Cole Johnson, did Caitlin Clark say anything?
No, she actually was mum.
She was trying to play ball, right?
Yeah, she was.
So who were the people that kept this whole situation going between Alyssa Thomas and Caitlin Clark?
There was fans, and chiefly amongst them, Donald Trump. Shout out to you, Adam Silver, as well.
She said she should not be fearful of what the conversation is going to be. You know what that tells me?
She is.
She is conscious enough to know, great. Now I got to be mindful of what people are going to talk about because of what just happened on this court. And she's not talking about the basketball game. I'm going to play it for y'all again. I want y'all to listen to her.
And what it was then and reviewed it. Great. We move on. You see it happen in the NBA all the time. It's not anything more than that. It's basketball. When I walk out of the locker room, I shouldn't be not fearful of what the conversation is going to be, but, you know, you just like it's emotionally exhausting, it's draining, it makes your shoulders tense because people don't want to talk about the basketball, they just want to stir it up and make it something else. Hi.
How long did it take, Cole, for people to finally stop talking about that situation?
It took a minute because people didn't stop talking until Alyssa Thomas got the 1-game suspension announcement. And I think that actually went on for a good solid week.
What did you say? It's basketball. It happens in the NBA. Do people start triple and things like that happen in the NBA?
Yeah, they do, but not to this extent. I mean, just think of Grayson Allen for just one example. Think of Dylan Brooks, another example. Or you can think of Ja Morant without even being on the NBA court for another example. You hear people just cry out and say, something needs to be done, something needs to be done, something needs to be done. And they keep saying it until something is done. So all I got to say to Caitlin is, well, welcome truly to the big time, because that means there's a lot of eyeballs that's on you. But for the most part, like how it was with her and Alyssa Thomas, no. For the most part.
See, I think sometimes me and Cole, Dre, and some other people, we less of me and Cole, but we'll say what we need to say about Caitlin Clark, the good, the and the bad. Mm-hmm. And for the most part, we'll both tell you, Caitlin Clark is not trying to worry about what the media and what fans are saying. She just wants to play ball. Whatever happens between the line happened. Let's keep it pushing. But it's the fans who keep things up. She's literally talking to the fans on both sides. Like, can y'all literally stop turning things that happen on the court into something that it shouldn't be? I'm pretty sure she's tired, which is the emotional exhaustion she's talking about, of having to hear about this is what's going on in the world on social media. You and what happened with Alyssa Thomas. Why is that still talking about? I don't play another game already. Alyssa Thomas don't play another game already. Why is this still going? Okay, Alyssa Thomas got spent for a game. Great. Can I go back to my team and focus on what I gotta do on the court? It's great to support her, but some of y'all support goes way beyond what it needs to be. Some of y'all hate Caitlin Clark for obvious reasons, but some of y'all hatred for Caitlin Clark goes way beyond what it needs to be. Caitlin Clark has not once in her career, correct me if I'm wrong, Cole, has sent here and called out a player.
Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
No, she hasn't.
Hasn't called out a player. Hell, I don't even think she even called out a commissioner.
No, she hasn't.
I don't even think she even called out a coach.
No, she hasn't. She's actually been more the opposite end, where it's like, there's really nothing to see here. That type of thing, going way back to when we saw Angel Reese pull the Tony Yayo, aka John Cena. she basically's like, really, it's nothing to see here. I don't know why you're talking about this. I mean, she's been that way ever since she was in Iowa.
What happens on the court stays on the court with her. That's how she rolls. What happened on the court stays on the court. It is what it is. But everybody else be around here ready to fight on behalf of Caitlin Clark or against Caitlin Clark. Man, I know Caitlin Clark be like, man, can y'all just say what happened and then move on? I'm trying to win the championship here with Indiana, who has a legit shot of winning the championship this year. And another thing this quote confirms to me, Cole. Remember a couple of weeks ago, and I said I think she's going through it. That pretty much tells me what I was thinking was right.
Oh, because she's not going through it. I mean, the literal weight of the WNBA world is on her shoulders, and that's not hyperbole. That's really the truth. And I know she hears it. She hears it from the players. You getting all of this run and all this love. We ain't, and we've been here longer. We done more. That's just one aspect where it weighs on her. Another is she's a competitor. Another is she draws the money. Another is you have people who really do think she is the great white hope in the WNBA, because there has been talk about this league is too black. You mean to tell me that, and I'm assuming she's probably like a 24-year-old. You mean to tell me that's not, yeah. You mean to tell me that's not weighing down on her? It would if she was 34. Of course it is.
So Clark fans, non-Clark fans, get it together for her, because she is trying to play ball. That's all she's trying to do. Enough with they sitting here trying to take her out. They should be investigating and thrown in jail, or the other one. Oh, she sucks. She's this, is that. Let the girl play ball and critique the game, the performance. That's it. All that extra stuff is nonsense. And I think that's what's mostly draining her, is the nonsense stuff. Why does an incident that happened on the court that wasn't intentional last for almost 2 damn weeks? Not the whole she's suspended and Alyssa Thompson gets suspended as it. Y'all kept going back and forth. This, to me, the quote, she's speaking to the fan bases. Her first one is towards the media, because you heard what Cole said, but for me, the media does play a role, a bigger role. Because when you have so many different outlets, ESPN, Fox News, NBC, Dan Patrick Show, not Pat McAfee, because he don't talk WNBA no more since that whole incident that happened, I think, 2 years ago, her rookie season. When you have Boomer Esiason speaking now, when you have Outkick, they all take the same incident that happened and create numerous headlines about it.
Why do you think I call her the Golden Goose? The one thing media sees is if you make money, they will capitalize on it. And they will write stories, positive, negative, or indifferent. Because if your name can draw the eyeballs, or if your name could draw the attention, these media companies will tell you we need to have more interviews, more video packages, more content, more articles of Caitlin Clark. How do I know this? I belong to one of the biggest media conglomerates in the United States. I
Which
hear
brings
that
me to
all the time.
Which brings me to an interesting point. What is going on with US Today and Caitlin Clark?
What do you mean? What's going on with them?
I read it's like this is Caitlin Clark versus US Today. I'm like, what? US Today has something against Caitlin Clark? What's going on here?
All I know is, and I actually work closely with a paper that deals with the fever. I can't tell you how many articles I see of her name in it where that's the headline. Not even it's talking about the fever. Caitlin Clark. And it's amazing the attention that she draws.
You know the funny thing about her is she's not even trying to draw all this attention.
And she doesn't have to. That's the thing. She doesn't have to draw it. People want to eat up content that is this woman. They want to gobble her up. It is as if she craps gold out of her behind, and all of us peons are just scraping the bottom of the court to get just a speck of gold that comes out of her.
See, this is the difference. I'm gonna bring this man up again, so Cole, don't get mad. I'm speaking facts here. This is different than with LeBron James. LeBron James, you want to be honest, he did stuff to make headlines. Or he will do something to control the narrative around him. Caitlin Clark ain't doing that. You see Caitlin Clark on the court. When she's off the court, you don't hear or see hitting none of her. Am I right?
No, you really don't.
She plays the game. She goes about her business. She comes back, play another game, goes about her business. Like when everybody say, we need to hear from Caitlin Clark about all this death threats and all this other stuff. I'm like, do y'all really need to hear from Caitlin Clark? No, you don't, because it's not going to change anything. And Coach Johnson, did it change anything when she spoke out against racism and all that other stuff? Did it change anything?
Not really. However, on that front, when it comes to stuff like that, this is where the media can be a bad thing too. They will, and they did this with Jordan. They did this with LeBron. They did this with Kobe. They will ask and ask and ask and ask until there is a certain bona fide statement of this is how I feel about fill in the blank. So she, to her credit, she spoke on it and got it out the way. Now, what other people will think about it? Well, that's on them. That's on us. That's on those who want to decipher and comb over what she said. But this is where you're saying the media plays a role, where you're right in this regard. They would have hammered her with that. You know, the league is 80% black. You know, as a white player, what do you think about this? They would have peppered her with that. Game after game, week after week, month after month, year after year, until she actually addressed anything associated with racism.
This is the thing. She already addressed it before. Is she going to have to address this every single time this comes up?
She shouldn't, but she probably will for now. And the reason why she probably will for now is I'm thinking that's what her team is telling her. I don't mean Fever. I mean her personal team. Get ahead of this and say this. You know, be forward thinking and say this. That's probably the advice that she's getting. And to me, I think she's getting that particular type of advice because of how young she is. Now she's about, Aletta Della Don's age. And she'd be like, well, screw this and screw y'all. I'm going to do me and I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And if I don't feel like I'm going to say anything about this, tough. You're not going to hear anything from me.
Like, you already know my stance, which I need a refreshment of where I feel.
Or they want to see if it has changed, or if it has altered, or if it's taken a turn. That's part of the pressure of being the number one focus in a sport.
Here's the thing. If y'all actually follow Caitlin Clark, and me and Coach Johnson have, because we cover college basketball too,
mm-hmm.
You can tell by her parents she is raised in a certain manner.
Yeah.
The color of your skin does not bother her.
Very. I mean, she's extremely Midwestern. I would say her parents are staunchly conservative. Yeah. But I wouldn't say, and here's the problem, because this Playmaker. I am a nuanced person. So whenever I say conservative, it does not mean, oh, well, that means that she's a racist. No. Or it means her parents are racists. No. No, you can have conservative values and not be racist. You can have liberal views and be racists. I've seen them both. But I can tell by how she's reared. She was reared with a lot of conservative values. Not saying that she's conservative, but reared with a lot of conservative values. But her parents were basically like, everybody is alike, or everybody should be treated equally, and you should run that way, and that is how it should be. Because if you don't, you're wrong. I could tell that is what her parents taught her.
If y'all need an example, the Stud Buds, Natisha Heideman and Courtney Williams, they're black, right?
Mm-hmm.
She gifted them a pair of her signature shoes. During All-Star weekend.
Yeah, she's a good egg. For those who think that Caitlin Clark is a horrible person, then you definitely not following her nor basketball.
The reason I'm bringing that up because y'all putting her in a situation where she doesn't do racism, but yet she's the central point of our racism topics.
Well, I've been hitting around the bush with this, but you know why? I mean, I don't want to say face of the league because I think people misconstrue that. Face of the league to me right now, that still is Asia Wilson. But in terms of who gets the lion's share of the media coverage, it's her. It is like, and I've said this often, it is just like how it was 40 years ago, 45 years ago in the NBA, where you had greats like Moses Malone, Tiny Archibald, Julius Erving, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. They were all of them all in their primes and just killing the league. But where did the mics and the cameras go? They went flocking toward whatever Larry Bird or Magic Johnson had to say on anything. And with Larry Bird, anything with racism or anything about black white, they wanted to focus in on him, and he was more blunt than Caitlin will ever be. He's like, look, let's get this straight. I'm me. I'm me. I actually don't want to be here in Boston. He didn't say it this way, but he basically came across as agoraphobic. Like, I don't want to be here. I want to be back on my farm in French Lick, Indiana. That's where I really want to be. And he actually, and when the Celtics won their first championship, he says there's no better place in Boston. In Boston, he said there's no place that is better for me than French Lick, Indiana. He said that in Boston on the stage after the Celtics won his first NBA championship. Larry was so, and of course, year after year, they're like, well, you came from pretty much the headquarters of the Ku Klux Klan. Do you actually believe in this stuff? And he's like, no, I don't believe in this crap. It's like, in fact, it's to the point where I find it to be an insult when a white person guards me. I'd rather a black person guard me. He actually said that in interviews, and he actually said that to coaches on the court. Why you got this white guy guarding me? Get a black person to guard me. He actually would say that type of stuff. Kalen is not cut from that cloth. But the point that I'm making is the media, because, and I said this about bronsexuals, the media has a hard-on for racism. They have a complete, absolute hard-on for racism. That is one of those taboo subjects that it never gets old, never gets tired in front of the media. It never gets boring. And so they want to mine whatever they can out of that subject matter to the person who you deem is the forefront figure in the league, which I'm just being real here. It's not Asia Wilson. It's not Nafisa Collier. It's not Paige Beckers. It's not Breonna Stewart. It's Caitlin Clark. And they're going to try to mine all of that out of her until the media is satisfied with it. And unfortunately, they're not satisfied yet.
And a 24-year-old should not be going through this.
Agreed. Unfortunately, though, when you have celebrity, when you have influence, and also now when you have money, age gets trumped by all of those. But I agree with you. A 24-year-old does not have the answer that people 3 times her age doesn't have.
She just want to play ball. Whatever happens on the court happens on the court. Why y'all can't leave it like that? Is she, Kaden Clark's the type of person, I believe, if she feels she's severely done wrong, she'll say something.
I believe that.
You haven't heard, you've seen her and Stephanie Wright go at it a couple of times. You've seen her go at the refs. You've seen her trash talk players.
And for those who know, Stephanie White, that's the head coach of the Fever. I'm sorry, go ahead.
But have you heard her brought any of that to the press conference?
To her credit, no.
Is she frustrated with not getting foul calls? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, any player would be, because she does get beat up.
Yeah.
But like we said last week, when we got on the refs, y'all need to be good across the board.
And you must be good across the board.
Y'all not good across the board. And that's the problem. But the fact that it happens to Caitlin Clark, it becomes a bigger spotlight. So, shout out to Malika Andrews and Caitlin Clark for that interview. I'm happy Caitlin Clark did that interview, by the way. I was like, I'm happy she said that, because now I can look at the fans and say, y'all part of the problem.
The thing is, they always will be. And I think what you have witnessed, being now more of a media personality, is you're seeing how much the media is being influenced. Because the power is with the people who follow the product because they chase after all of you. They chase after all of you. Again, I know this because I've been in many a meeting where the strategy has been, how can we get more eyeballs on whatever it is? TV program, news station, article, whatever have you. You all drive what the media wants. That is how they're influenced. And if you have money, they get influenced by that too. No question about that. But wherever the traffic is, that's where they want to go. And you determine what the traffic is.
So these outcries or whatever happens with Caitlin Clark, can y'all stop? Can y'all stop?
If you're watching WWE and not repping your favorite superstar, what are you doing? T-shirts, championship hoodies, this is how you show who you ride with. Whether it's legends or the stars that are running it right now, it's all about representing your side. Hit the link in the description and shop official gear right now through WWE Shop. Every era, every superstar, every fan. Don't just watch. Represent.
Cool McCain.
You thought you wanted Gunther against Chad Gable, but you didn't. And I'm going to tell you why. Chad Gable would take everything that Gunther's done and bury it.
The Playmaker.
It was on site. AJ Styles walked out there, seen LA Knight. Oh, okay, then LA Knight hopped out the car. Let's go.
Break down everything in TNA, AEW, and all of the WWE programming. Join these two kings, monarchs of wrestling, live every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central on the Playmakerz Sports Talk YouTube channel.
The game is about to start. The last thing you should be worrying about is what's for dinner. With CookUnity, chef-crafted meals are ready to enjoy in minutes. Great food, less hassle, more game time. CookUnity, available through the Playmakerz Network.
And before we get out of here, one more time. First up, 50% off your first week order of CookUnity. Freshly crafted meals for world-renowned chefs. CookUnity. Get your food going. Hit the link in the chat. And then otherly, Mr. Johnson.
Fanatics. You now can get a product on that website, fanatics.com, up to 70% off. They're having a clearance where you can get things up to 70% off. Just go to Fanatics, where fans can fan. You can own a piece of the past, the present, heck, even the future too. Fanatics, where fans can fan, and it is a proud sponsor of the Playmakerz Network and Shooting Lights Out.
And as we always do when we get out of here, games to watch. Tomorrow, the league gets back rolling in the second half of the season.
Yeah, they're kicking their feet back tonight. But tomorrow, we'll have the Stun. They're traveling down south to Washington, D.C. to play the Mystics. Tip-off is at 7:30 p.m. All times that's listed on here are Eastern Daylight Time.
What's up with you in the daylight, man?
Because there's a difference between daylight time and standard time. Anyway, the Tempo, they will be in Toronto. They're hosting the Lynx. Tip-off is at 8 p.m. Going out west, you have the Storm. They're hosting the Fever. 9:30 p.m. is the tip-off there.
That game will be
6:30 p.m. local time. Yes.
That game will be televised on ESPN.
Somebody needs to show it. I'm sorry.
It's the Fever, of course. Of course, somebody was going to show it.
Of course.
Even if it's the sorry Storm.
Oh, Lord. You have the Liberty going out west to play the Sparks in LA. 10 p.m. tip there, 7 p.m. local time at with the Sparks and Liberty. And the Aces, the defending champs, they will be hosting the Fire. 10 p.m. tip Eastern, of course. 7 p.m. tip in Vegas.
That's tomorrow, and then Wednesday.
And Wednesday, the late game, the Mercury, they'll be hosting the Valkyries. 10 p.m. is the tip off there. The tip there, it'd be 7 p.m. in Phoenix, since they go by Pacific Daylight Time and not Mountain. They do that when the clocks go back. USA Today, USA Network will be carrying that game along with the Peacock and CNBC.
No, that's just the CNBC logo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. So yeah, USA Network and CNBC, they'll be carrying the Valkyries and Mercury. And before them, at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. in Dallas, is the Wings hosting the Dream. That game will also be televised on the USA Network.
Go ahead and get out the system.
Beat them, Dream. Beat them down.
It was in the system. I knew it. Like, go ahead and get out your system. It's right there. I can see it. I see it all in your face.
I was trying to be professional.
It's in your face, man.
I'm sure it's in my face, but I still was trying to be professional. I'm like, I'm not going to say it. Playmakers expected me to say it. I'm not going to say the Dream and the Whack Wings. I'm not going to do that.
I knew it was in there. Yeah, he said Dream beat him down. I knew it. He got it. He had Cole cannot help him, so he has to say something when he sees the team he don't like.
Of course, I had to, but I wanted to not do that because I wanted to show that I could be professional and reel it in. But you you rolled the red carpet.
Why get away? Why get in front of a good story?
Why let facts get away with a good story? Okay.
Your hatred for Dallas is undeniable.
I don't hate Dallas. I don't have any hatred of Dallas in my body. I don't.
For a person who hates every professional team in that specific city, you hate the city.
Now, do I like any of the professional teams in Dallas? No, but I love the city. I love the city. I do.
When you hate every professional team in a certain city, you can't stand that city. There's nowhere around that. For you to hate every professional team in that city.
That's right. I do not like the Wings, the Mavericks, the Stars, the Cowboys. Well, I take it back. I don't hate the Cowboys. I don't hate the Cowboys, but I do hate the Mavericks. I do hate the sports hate, mind you. I do hate the Mavericks. I do hate the Wings. I do hate the Rangers the most. I can really care less.
You hate the Cowboys.
No. I don't hate the Cowboys.
You hate the Cowboys.
No. I don't hate the Cowboys. I hate Cowboys. No, I actually find thorough entertainment out of Cowboys fan. It is similar to LeBron James and bronsexuals.
No, I take that back.
Cowboys.
The Cowboys are second tier in his hatred, because the first tier is in a city he used to live in.
Oh, in terms of
first tier.
Football? Oh, in terms of football? Oh yeah, I will never hate a team more than I will the Tennessee Titans. The Cowboys can win Super Bowls from now until I'm dead. I still would root for them before I root for the Titans. Yes.
But he does hate the Cowboys. But his hatred doesn't go as far, because there's another team in the NFL that's above that.
Far above it. Far above it.
If that team did not live in Tennessee, he'll hate the Cowboys the most.
I don't know about that.
What other team do you hate more than the Cowboys outside of Tennessee?
I mean, I root more against the Jaguars and Colts than I do the Cowboys, but I don't
That's
really
because
hate either team.
that's because Houston's in that division. You really don't
Yeah,
even hate them like that.
yeah, I don't really hate the Jaguars, and I really don't hate the Colts. Yeah, I don't.
You just when the time comes, you have to be a Texas fan. Okay, I need y'all to lose so we can go up.
Yeah, it's that. But the Titans, the only time I root for the Titans is if a win from them helps the Texans. That's the only time I root for them.
And he don't even want to do that.
No, I barely want to do that. That's why I hated when the Texans won the AFC South in 2023. That's exactly what needed to happen. The Titans needed to beat the Jaguars. I hated that. I hated that.
Because
they beat them. Yeah, they beat them, but I hated the fact I had to root for them. I'm like, oh, man, I gotta root for the Titans. Man, that was like taking Robitussin.
So yes, this hatred for Dallas is undeniable. It's just what it is.
I love
and you know what makes it so crazy?
I love the city.
Let me tell you this. What makes it so crazy? When we do college football, SMU, TCU has nothing to do with anything for Cole Jackson in college football. But as soon as them logos pop up on the screen, I'm like, what's your hatred? What you got going on with TCU and SMU? They in that city. That's how I know he hated Dallas.
And they were former Southwest Conference teams too.
I'm like, but the Big 12 has nothing to do with Texas. The ACC has nothing to do with Texas. And you want both of them to burn.
But I still love the city. I love Dallas. I really do love Dallas. Dallas is a beautiful city. I really do.
That's how I know his hatred for Dallas is real. Like SMU and TCU could be up, and he like both of y'all lose.
But I love Dallas. I do.
There's nothing for you.
I cannot in good conscience root for any team that considers Dallas or the metropolitan area of Dallas home. I can't. I can't in my right mind root. The only time I can root for any of those teams is if it helps the Astros, if it's the Rangers, the Rockets, if it's the Mavericks, now the Wings, if it's the Comets starting next year, and the Texans if the Cowboys play the Jaguars, Colts, and Titans.
Even college team gets the disdain from Coach Johnson. That's how bad it is.
Oh,
college team that has nothing to do with what's going on. He should be around here hating me more than he should be hating SMU and TCU because he's in the same conference with me, and we playing each other for the third straight year.
Yeah, I don't really have a hatred. I never did have a hatred for Florida, but
I can understand OU because that's the biggest rival.
Yeah, definitely.
I can understand A&M because that's another rival.
Yeah. OU is the biggest rival, and then Texas A&M is the second biggest rival to Texas. But and then after that would be Arkansas. But SMU and TCU, I just grew up disliking them from jump. When Texas and in Houston were all part of the Southwestern Conference, I just grew up rooting against them.
So anytime he sees the Wings,
it never stopped. Stopped.
He wants to see the Wings go down. I'm like, that does nothing for you though.
I do. When I see DALLAS, I just want them. I just want them to feel inferior.
That's ridiculous.
I don't know what to tell you. I really don't know what to tell you.
That's it. We're done. We'll talk to y'all. We'll talk to y'all next week. All right.